Hi, imagine waking up one day and realizing that half of the work humans do today is already being done by AI. Not science friction, not some distant future. Right now, I recently read an entire 150-page AI industry magazine filled with insights from leaders at companies like NVIDIA, Google, Workday, and global tech firms. And what I discovered is honestly mind blowing. AI is not just evolving, it's quietly redesigning how business run, how sports are played, how governments operate, and even how we think. So, in this video, I'm going to break down the biggest ideas from the magazine in a simple way. Ideas that could change the future of work, the future of technology, and maybe even your career. Let's drive it. AI is becoming infrastructure. One of the most powerful statements in the magazine came from NVIDIA's CEO. He said something very interesting. He said that every country has electricity, every country has roads, and so on. Every country will need AI infrastructure. Think about that for a second. AI is no longer just a tool, it's becoming a basic layer of society, just like the internet did 25 years ago. And that means something very important. The biggest opportunities of the next decade will be built on top of AI. Not just AI models, but applications. The rise of AI agents. Right now, most people think of AI as a chatbot. You ask a question, it gives an answer. But that's already changing. The next wave is something called AI agents. Instead of just answering questions, AI agents perform tasks. For an example, an AI agent could analyze payroll data, review budgets, detect the errors, and recommend financial decisions. Not just assistant like humans, actually do parts of the job. In the magazine, companies explain that the future will not be one AI assistant. Instead, it will be the teams of AI agents working together. Imagine one AI analyzing data and another AI creating the reports. Both are communicating. Another AI making recommendations, almost like a team of digital employees. That's where things are heading. The AI teams instead of single AI. This idea is fascinating. Instead of one super AI doing everything, companies are building multiple specialized AI agents. Each agent has one role. For an example, a payroll agent, a planning agent, or an compensation agent. Individually, they are powerful, they have that skill, but together they act like an entire department. Think about this. If software used to replace tools, AI agents might replace workflows. So, AI is changing even sports. One of the most interesting sessions in the magazine was about football or a soccer, we call. AI is now used to analyze every player's movement, passing accuracy, defensive positioning, injury risk, and thousands of data points per game. Even referees are now assisted by AI systems that can detect offside positions with millimeter precision. But the biggest shift is something else. AI is making sports more interactive for fans. Imagine watching a match and your phone instantly tells you why a team changed strategy, which player is underperforming, or the probability of the next goal. AI is transforming not just how sports are played, but how fans experience them. And frugal AI, it's another concept that really stood out was something called frugal AI. This idea is actually very important. Most people think powerful AI requires massive data centers, huge GPUs, and massive computing power. But frugal AI asks a different question. What if AI could run on a small devices, a limited hardware, and low power environments? For an example, military systems, remote sensors, aircraft systems, AI that works even without internet or massive computing power. This could make AI accessible to far more industries and countries. And human plus AI collaboration. Here is something very interesting. Even with all this powerful AI, the experts in the magazine all agreed one thing: AI should not replace humans completely. Instead, the future is human AI collaboration. AI analyzes, AI will give suggestions, but human decide, especially in a critical systems like finance, healthcare, or national security. Because even the smartest AI still needs human judgment. AI creativity exploitation. Another massive trend is AI creativity. Image generation tools have exploited in capability. Platforms like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Adobe Firefly can now generate images so realistic that sometimes people can't even tell they are AI generated. That's true, right? And this is transforming the entire industries: marketing, design, whatnot, advertising, and content creation. Most important thing. Yeah. One person with AI tools can now produce work that previously required an entire creative team, right? So, AI security and ethics, but with great power. This here comes new challenges. AI systems are vulnerable to new types of attacks. Things like prompt injection, model manipulation, data poisoning, and there is also the challenge of misinformation and deepfakes, which means one of the fastest growing areas of AI will be AI security and governance. Protecting AI systems, ensuring responsible use, and preventing the misuse. Right, it's very important part. The biggest opportunity after reading the entire magazine of the AI part. So one thing became very clear to me: the biggest opportunities are not necessarily building AI models. The biggest opportunities are building applications powered by AI. In other words, AI is becoming the engine, but the real innovation happens in the products built on top of it using AI, right? So think about it like an electricity. The real value wasn't electricity itself, it was the innovations built on top of electricity. The same thing is happening with AI. My final thoughts are, we are living through one of the most important technological shifts in human history. AI is moving from experiments to real systems that shape businesses, sports, healthcare, and everyday life. And the most exciting part is we are still at the very beginning. The tools are becoming more accessible, barriers are lower than ever. What means the next breakthrough could come from maybe a startup or a researcher or even a single developer building something new, innovative. The future of AI is not just being written by giant corporations. So it's being written by the people who are curious enough to explore what's possible. Yeah. So if you found this video interesting and thoughtful, let me know in the comments. What do you think AI will change the most? Either it's work or education or creativity. And if you enjoy deep dives into AI and the technology and the future of AI, subscribe for more because the AI revolution is just getting started and there is a lot more to explore. I'm keep reading and exploring more things. Thank you so much.